Hi, I'm Benj, and this is Doing Outdoors. I've got a couple of jobs on my list today. One of those jobs will be to take 4 of these piglets out of this pen and move them round to where Peanut used to live. I'm taking those to the abattoir early tomorrow morning. From the last pigs that we slaughtered, out of that 7, 5 already had customers. They wanted whole pigs. The other 2 that I butchered, I turned a lot of that into sausages, and I've pretty much sold all of the sausage that I'd made. So one of these has already been asked for. Someone wants a whole pig again. The other 3 I'm going to turn into ham and sausage, and hopefully I'll be able to sell that just as quick as the last lot. As well as moving pigs, I'm going to do my first inspection on the beehives. It's been really mild for this time of year over the last probably 10 days, and the bees have been very active. But we are going to go back into a cool spell after today. It's going to be about 12 degrees today. So it's going to be my last opportunity for a couple of weeks to do an inspection. So I thought I'll do it now. They have been active, so I know all 4 colonies have survived the worst of the winter, but I don't know what kind of stores they have left, food stores and the like. So I want to get in just to make sure they've got enough, and if they haven't got enough, I'll be able to supplement them then. Whilst the weather's fine today, I don't think they'll mind me going in and having a quick poke about, and it will be interesting just to see how they're getting on, whether they've got brood or much brood, and we'll see exactly how strong these colonies are. And these piglets are still clearing ground for me. You can see that tree that's down. They chewed that through the roots just the other day. It's not a tree I wanted, and there's a couple more for them to go at. But because it's been dry for quite a while now, it's not so much of a swampy mud pit in the pigs, so I can actually come in and give them a bit of a fuss. And they do like a fuss. They like a good scratch. And this big thing here, this is Peanut Junior. We named her that because she looked most like her dad when she was first born. She's lost quite a bit of the ginger, now she's grown up a bit, but she is the biggest one out of the lot. She's quite dominant when the food goes in, and that's probably got a lot to say for why she's so big. But they do like a fuss. What's up, pigwigs? Hey, what is it? What's up, little piggies? But before I go in and look at the bees, I've got to feed the big pigs, get the cows some hay in, and have a look to see how the hotbed is operating within the greenhouse. Yesterday I got some more seeds in the ground, trying to make the most use of this hotbed whilst it's warm. So here is the hotbed. Let's see how hot she actually is. So she is just over 35 degrees Celsius, which has got to be warm enough. And you can see some of the other seeds that I've started. We've got some hot chilies, some not so hot chilies, and some sweet peppers. And over the next couple of days, we're going to get some tomato seeds in there also. What's up? Oh no, there's the killer woolies. What's up, Moo? Hey? What's up? Is it time for some hay? Come on then, let's get it. Come on then. Good morning, big pigs. You don't want to fuss you with your dinner, don't you? Come on. So Peanut has actually been in this pen 5 weeks now, and about 3 weeks ago I saw the first sign that he was interested in one of these girls. It was actually Bacon that came into season first. I watched him walking around, being real close to her, frothing at the mouth, and a couple of days later Bacon had mud all over her back, which shows that she'd stood for Peanut and he'd more than likely bred with her. The same happened 3 or 4 days later with Bertha. In another week's time, if Bacon doesn't come back into season, then I'll know for sure that she is pregnant, and then 4 days after her, again, if Bertha doesn't come back into season, I'll know that she's pregnant. But they both came into season. They both ended up with a lot of mud on the back to show that Peanut had done his job properly. Well, he'd mounted them at least. So fingers crossed they are pregnant again. And if they are, we'll be expecting piglets out of these two towards the end of April, beginning of May. Right, now that most of the animals have had their breakfast, apart from the little pigs, I've not given them any food yet because I want to get them onto the trailer, and the only way I know how to get pigs anywhere is with food, so they'll get some food later on. But now I'm going to jump in the bee suit and get into these hives. Right, so here we go, first hive. This was the biggest colony I had last year, and it was a swarm that came from another one of these hives into this. This was a bait box to catch a swarm, and it did just that. Now I'm not using smoke. I'm going to try and be as unintrusive as I possibly can. Don't know how they're going to feel about this. But I can still see, without even going any further, I can see that they've got masses of honey. Because I could see so much honey within 3 or 4 of the large frames there, I know that they are perfectly fine. So this colony was actually the swarm that I collected out of my friend's allotment. So it was quite late in the season, probably one of the last swarms to be caught. But I think, as you can see, there are a lot of bees in here, so they've done all right. Now that is a strong colony. There are a lot of bees in there. Nice calm bees in comparison to the black hive we just looked at. Let's try and pull one of these back frames, see what stores they have. So we can still see that we've got sealed stores there. Not a great amount though. But you can see glistening within these comb is fresh nectar that they've been fetching. Now that is a good sign. We'll just pop another frame. Wow, look at that. And that is all capped honey. And lots of nectar in there. So again, I'm happy that they are going to survive and don't need any help. So I'll put the lid back on these, but you can just see from the sheer number of bees in here that it is a really, really strong colony. This particular colony is the one that I made a split, and it was from the next colony that we haven't seen yet. and I split it just with a queen cell, and I tried to take half the bees from the hive. However, a lot of the bees flew back to the hive I took the split from, so it was quite a small colony, but we'll just see how small it is now. And again, a lot of bees on first view. So I abandoned looking in that last hive. They were quite aggressive and they were stinging me through the gloves. So we'll look at this one, see how these feel about being looked at. Again, straight away, lots of bees that I can see on the top. Right, this one isn't as big of a colony as the one next door, but I can see that they have tons and tons of honey. So again, these do not need to be supplied with any food. They're doing a good job all on their own. And in fact, now I've got some thicker gloves on, I'm going to go back to the hive that I haven't inspected yet, and we'll just have a quick look in there. Look at that, that is a lot, and I mean a lot of bees. So because there's so many bees in here, there might not be as much of a store as the one next door. We'll pull a frame. There's so many bees covering, it's hard to tell. So there are some stores here, and the next frame along is full. It's got a lot of capped store and a lot of nectar. You can see just glistening in the cells. The next frame is the same, so I don't think we need to worry about this colony either. Right, so losing my hat. Even though I didn't get to see everything I wanted to look at in the hive, what I really should have done is took the smoker with me. But I'll know better for next time. But at least I got to see that each of those hives have got a decent amount of stores. I know I didn't pull frames on some of them, but I could tell just by looking in between that they were full, both sides, fully capped with stores. And also a couple of the frames that I did pull, there was already signs of nectar being stored, so they are able to find food. Again, it is going to drop cold. When it's below 10 degrees, they don't really want to fly about. I'm quite happy that they are going to survive with what they've got. They're doing really well. Some of those colonies are quite a lot larger than I anticipated. I didn't get to see the queen, I didn't see any brood. When it's a little bit warmer, 12 degrees isn't too warm. When it's a little bit warmer after this cold spell, I'll do a full inspection with some smoke so we can see exactly what's going on. So now the bees are checked, animals are fed, I'm going to pop home, feed myself, and then we'll come back and move those piglets around. I'm going to bring Louise and Belle, hopefully they're going to come and help wrangle some pigs with me. Right, I'm back and I've got help. I've got Bella, she's the finest pig wrangler in the East Midlands, and she says that she can get these pigs on this trailer easier than anybody. So she had to come. The trailer's backed up. The pigs know what's happening. I think because they came on the trailer last time and got food, they're associating it with food again. So we'll drop the back down, chuck a bit of food on, get them all on, and then we'll push back out the ones that we don't want to take. Does that sound all right to you, Belle?
No!
She says that sounds fine. You can stay out there.
I don't have any friends there.
Yeah.
Hey, Junior, Junior.
Let this one out.
Piglet step. Piglet step.
Close it straight up as you've gone. Give me the rest. Right, so that was a little bit easier than it was last time. They just ran straight onto the trailer. Like I said, they associate going in that trailer with food, so they were very hungry. They didn't have their breakfast, so they ran straight up. We've got 4 left in here, so we're going to keep these a couple more months. Hopefully they'll clear a few more of the brambles out of here. What we got in the trailer, we've just got to move around to Peanut's pen now, and they're just going to stay there the night. The reason I take them there as like a holding pen is because it's easier for me to get my trailer there, and because I need to get to the abattoir for 7 in the morning, it's just a lot better than trying to navigate around here. It's a definite 2-3 person job taking pigs out of this pen, but I can do it maybe on my own out of Peanuts. So let's get these settled in their holding pen. We'll give them some food now. They won't get an evening meal so that they're extra hungry when I need to load them in the morning. But seeing how they all ran up the trailer just now, I don't think we'll have a problem. Gonna get you! Quick! Fast, aren't they?
Yeah, quite fast.
Come on then. Come on. So that went as smooth as it could have gone. Belle did a top job of being #1 pig wrangler.
Good job. One good job.
So now these are settling in here. They're just going to spend the night, like I said, and then 6 o'clock tomorrow morning I'll be taking them out and off to slaughter. The 4 that we've left over in the orchard pen, we're going to keep them probably another month at least, maybe 2. Ideally, I want them all rid of before Bacon and Bertha farrow again, so we've got space to put them all. But that's all we've got time for on this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.